Hi everyone, so today is the Monday rundown after we do our live forecast for the collective weekly reading on Instagram on a Sunday night. Epiphany of Divinity, Sarah and myself, Oracle_Sophia on Instagram, we go live for about an hour or a bit more to talk about what the energy is coming up for this week. If you see this on YouTube, if you could like and subscribe, get the algorithms up for my channel. I'm trying to build up the energy so I can get my messages out more. Or if you see it on Facebook, if you could share it too, please, so I can get my messages out there and so it strengthens my platform. So you know what I'm saying. Anyway, onto the cards. So the first card that came out was this card, Listen. Listen. I won't try and offend your ears. It's already been raining here. So, listen. What I felt with this card was about listen to your heart. Listen to what your heart is saying. So, at the moment, you're supposed to be kind of connecting in with your true purpose. So, what is your purpose? Now, what brings you joy? When you're on your own and you have a feeling about something that really sits in your heart, what is that thing? What's that thing you could do really well and it makes your heart happy? Now, joy is like happiness for no reason. Joy doesn't have to have a set out reason to why you feel it. It just is. So that's that thing that when you do it, you just get joy, that tingle in your heart. That is a very good indication to what your purpose is. So you now have to listen to your heart. You have to use your intuition and discernment and place that in your heart chakra. But remember last week where I said about the throat chakra as the gateway to the higher chakra as well. To get that flow going, you've got to still make sure you're speaking your truth to others and to yourself and to the universe. Speak your truth so that flow can happen from your higher chakras to your heart chakra. Because as we move into the fifth dimension, your chakras will be full of heart energy, full of that love energy. So all of this has got to be in flow. You dig? Strengthening bonds. Strengthening bonds, that's strengthening the bonds with yourself, with how you perceive you, strengthening the bonds with your higher self, strengthening bonds with your ancestral line, because you came here now for a deep purpose to help humanity shift forward. Your ancestors brought you back now and you decided to come back now for a special reason. So you've got to be in alignment with your ancestors to understand why you're here. And if you have children, make sure your children who will be going through their own ascension too are pushing through as well. I could forget to put my do not disturb on. So, strengthen your bonds. And if there's any people who you are in a bloodline with, or your ancestral line who you can't talk to, and you're both in the earth plane now and you think it's causing a blockage, try and strengthen the bond on the spiritual planes. Even if you can't do it and sit and talk with them, you can write a letter to them and burn it and send it to the universe, bury it under the earth. Do something that sends it to the universe, for the universe to give whatever's needed to the other person's higher self to smooth bonds. You don't have to physically have a conversation if you know it just can't happen, but you can try and unblock things energetically. You can talk to the person's higher self, sit with a candle, put protection around yourself, protection around them, and talk to their higher self, and their higher self will filter through if it's right for it to do so. So just strengthen bonds, even if you can't do it in a human way, do it in a spiritual way. Then we had the base chakra. Now the base chakra is your root, and that by now most people should have worked on their root and how secure they feel in this existence. Now obviously we've seen over a year there's been a push for us not to feel secure, but we're into Taurus now, and don't put your red rag to the bull. Because you can use that Taurus energy to clear massive things for you But if you hold up the red rag to the bull, he could take you out instead. So don't be online showing your insecurities. Deal with them, sort them out. Don't be casting your pearls before swines. If you've got any ideas, don't share them with people who are just going to break them down and make you feel like not secure in what you know and what you believe. Remember I said earlier on about getting into the things that your heart wants. Sometimes when you share that stuff too early with the wrong people, they will knock the roots out of it. And then you won't feel secure in what you've decided to do. So don't let them take that away. And then dreams coming true. I said last night in the live, when we do readings, what comes before the outcome has to be done for the outcome to happen. So dreams will only come true if you've secured your root chakra, you feel secure into your sacral and your solar plexus. Get your confidence, work on your confidence now. So don't let anyone knock out your root while you're working on your confidence, because your root is also your connection to Gaia. So anchor yourself to Gaia, because Gaia's ascending. So if you are in alignment with Gaia, we can help Gaia ascend and Gaia will help us ascend. It can become like a reciprocal process. So make sure you listen to your heart and make sure you strengthen the bonds, because then the outcome can be then the dreams coming true. But if you don't do the work before, the dreams can't come true. And it's being put out there by astrologers, also psychics and everything, that the people who have refused to do the work and have just tried to build a castle on the sand, put plasters over a festering wound, that plaster is going to be ripped off now for you and the world to see and smell that wound that you have decided you can just cover up and no one will ever know. It doesn't work that way. All of us are having things where we feel like, oh God, we're just out there. It's just, but if you've done the work, it's not going to be anything you are not okay with. That you're like, all right, that's me. Like, or that was me. What do you want me to say? Do you know what I mean? Like, but you've got to be not trying to be in the shadows, but also using discernment about who you share your shadow with to try and do the transmuting. The collective is doing a collective transmutation at the moment. But in this collective transmutation, you still got to have some self-time too. But there is going to be some rocky times coming up for even the people who've done the work. But if you've done the work, you're securely anchored, and your trust in yourself, in your higher self, in your spirit team, and in the energy that is all in the divine energy. You have pure trust, because if you know that you came here and you're divinely guided, you're also divinely blessed and divinely protected. You might have been through many things what nearly took you out, but you're still here for a reason. They were just tests and reasons to show you how important you are to this world. So keep pushing on, warriors. So that was the weekly collective reading for this week. If you see this at a different week, then there must be something in it for you personally. So take it whenever you can, whenever you hear it is right for you. Namaste.